Outrage in a D.C. neighborhood, southeast D.C., after a stabbing victim was left bleeding for 40 minutes while waiting for an ambulance. It's the latest in a string of slow responses involving D.C. Fire and EMS. In a story you'll see only on ABC 7, D.C. Bureau Chief Sam Ford is live in Southeast to explain what went wrong. Sam?
Well, Maureen, it happened 2 evenings ago here in the 5100 block of F Street Southeast. The paramedic engine company 30 arrived, the police arrived, but residents say a young man who had been stabbed lay on the floor of an apartment in this building for what seemed like forever, waiting for an ambulance. When a 24-year-old man was stabbed Monday evening and critically injured, ambulance 30 here, the closest to the scene, wasn't available, nor was any other.
I counted 43 minutes on my own phone.
The building super says the victim's family members panicked.
I don't know how many police. There were at least 9 police cars lined up on the street, no ambulance. A bunch of police jumped out the car and just started, grabbing people, the people that were panicking, trying to calm people down.
Almost 2 years to the day, in this same neighborhood, a D.C. policeman on motorcycle was struck by a hit-and-run driver and had to wait 20 minutes before D.C. finally dispatched an ambulance from Maryland. In Monday's case, no call for mutual aid, though a mile away, a firehouse in Capitol Heights, Maryland, has an ambulance, and the D.C. ambulance ended up taking the victim to a Maryland hospital. What's going on? Kenneth Lyons, the head of the D.C. Ambulance Union, says the city's growing, but still has the same 39 ambulances as years ago.
We were doing from 450 to 500 calls a day. That volume has more than doubled over the past 3 years.
I've been seeing stories in the past about the ambulance, but to see it hit home right here where you at, it's just a reality check.
The victim's relatives tell us that he is recovering in a hospital. As for D.C. Fire EMS's reaction to all of this, what is the official response time in this case? They would only say that they are still investigating. Reporting live from Southeast Washington, Sam Ford, ABC 7 News.
Thank you, Sam. This is at least the 4th case of a slow response involving a D.C. ambulance that ABC 7 has covered in 2 years. As Sam mentioned, in March 2013, a D.C. police officer waited 20 minutes for help after a car hit him in Southeast. Last May, a 90-year-old woman in Southeast waited 45 minutes for an ambulance. Firefighters eventually rushed her to the hospital in a fire engine. And in January of 2014, Cecil Mills died after waiting 22 minutes for an ambulance in Northeast. Firefighters inside a nearby firehouse refused to help him. The ambulance was then sent to the wrong quadrant of the city.